Welcome to the patio, folks. It is T, and boy, we got a good show for you today. The news cycle may be slow, but there's plenty to talk about. Vivek Ramaswamy, we got the mug shot seen around the world. I don't know about y'all, but I loved it. We're going to talk about why are there Silicon Valley billionaires buying up over $800 million worth of property. We got that on the list, and I got a great story I'll share with y'all. But let's talk about one of the most important things here, and he's not even in focus. Hoggo is back.
No, that's just me.
I know it is, but there he is. Hoggo is back.
Oh, there's
It's game week here in Razorback Nation, and Hoggo is back in studio.
Hey, Jamie, I'm glad to be back.
Hey, Hoggo, you got any predictions this week?
Arkansas. 12-2.
12-2.
12-2.
We're gonna give him a safety.
They're going to take a safety.
Hey, I think Hoggo needs to go back to the hospital.
But Father Fortenberry, how are you this fine Monday evening? We're live on YouTube, live on TikTok. Y'all don't like us, love us.
It's Monday. Mondays suck. I guess Tuesdays they suck too. But I'm here. I'm here.
Let's see who's the next button. Marty Marr.
Oh, there he
Gary
is.
over there, but there's Marty Marr.
Welcome, everybody.
Marty Marr.
It is a Monday. It's been a rough one.
Boy, Marty got that second rodeo.
It's Tuesday. Remember?
No, it's Monday on the live. Gary, get off your phone, Gary.
I was watching our TikTok.
Terry's going to write you up.
I'm going to write you up.
Oh, man. Side-eye-tay. Side-eye-tay.
How are you?
I'm
Gary?
fine.
We've had a busy weekend.
We had a busy weekend. We've done a lot of drafts.
Oh, look, there's Hoggo. He's with Donnie now in his Memphis Tigers
He's
shirt.
hanging out with me.
What up, D-Dub?
So look, even he looks red. I think it's camera, not me.
No, it's you.
Not a whole
He does
lot.
not. No, he looks more bronze.
We're probably all sunburned from this weekend.
That wild turkey looked like fruit punch.
It is not.
It did on the camera. It does. It looked like fruit punch.
I'll find him in a minute.
Hold on. Go back to him.
Where'd it go?
It looked like fruit
It
punch.
does
It does
It's
look
kind of look like
show me again. I got to look.
That Memphis shirt looks good though, with the blue on it.
So this shirt I got, guys, I really like it, but I look like Chunk off of
Do the truffle shuffle.
I like Chunk off of
Me love
Goonies.
Chunk.
I need to
No, you
Trouble
look
show.
slim. You look slim
Hey,
though.
at the end of the show, I'll pick you up like Chunk
He's
does and
like-
give you a big hug.
You can stay with us forever.
Yeah, you want to tell Hoggo? That's what I was going to say. You want to tell Hoggo he can stay with you forever?
Because I love you.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, all right. So, a couple stories.
We got a U of M person in here. What?
No,
got-
he's a Cincinnati guy.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah, he's-
but am I not the only Memphis fan here? Shoot, this guy's with me.
Well, he's got like a down thing going down, so I guess that means they're going down.
Well,
That's
what
a
I kinda
M,
figured
bro.
too. I don't think it is.
Or is it a mountain?
It's a freaking M.
It looks like a mountain.
It's mountains.
Where we at? Well, let's get started.
Let's get going.
So let's start with some news. No one would probably be surprised by this. Black poverty skyrockets under Joe Biden.
Well, white poverty's right there with us. So
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, but
I don't think race is involved.
so does he going to change what he said? If you are broke, you probably black and voted for Joe Biden. Is that what he's going to say next time? Because what was it? If you don't know if you vote for me or Donald Trump,
you ain't black.
Probably ain't black.
Yeah.
Well,
Man, we're just going to jump right into this episode, I guess. But
Jumping in.
how I told somebody else on TikTok this, and it really, I guess it resonated with myself. Everything they accuse him of is what Joe Biden does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They accuse him of being blatantly racist.
Yep.
Well, we got somebody who's blatantly racist. Mm-hmm. They accuse him of lying. And I'm not saying he's honest, but we got somebody who had to leave a presidential race because he was caught lying.
Yes.
no, he doesn't lie.
Yeah. What was that?
They accuse him of a quid pro quo, and we got our current president is
yes.
caught doing quid pro. Yeah,
Yes.
quid pro
Clarice.
quo. I ain't right either. I said it right the first
Quid
time.
pro quo. Quid
Yeah,
pro
you're wrong,
quo.
too.
I said it right the first time.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah, I think you were like way off in the queue or clue. Or something.
I thought he said something about a crow.
That was what he said. He said pro crow, didn't he?
Not quid pro quo.
He said my son does blow. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what-
So
yeah.
do you think the news will report that? Will the national media prior to 2024 report the news right here? Where did I get this from? This is from
No.
DJ Media. So this is not a mainstream anything.
Nope. It will not get reported. It will get zero play time. It'll be just like everything else. They'll say it's made up facts. You're not telling the truth.
You just say whatever you want to say now.
Yes.
You figure Joe Biden would be excited when they mentioned playtime.
I'm
Well,
just thinking about all the smells.
Yes.
All the different smells.
All of them, not just some of them. Let's see here. Vivek Ramaswamy, a lot of people feel like he won the Republican JV debate the other night.
I think he knocked that
JV.
The JV.
park.
It was the VP debate.
It was. Yeah, I mean, he comes off likable, he comes off intelligent.
I mean, I don't think there's even a debate.
Even Trump said he's a smart guy.
Yeah,
but they've also apparently they've said they can't run together.
They will.
My boy Trump hard though. He got street cred now.
He does have street cred.
So if Trump does win the nominee, I mean, who do you think is the favorite for VP? I think it's Vivek. I really do.
So I mean,
He's slick with it, man.
if Trump,
It won't be DeSantis.
if Trump is, he can't go to prison regardless of what happens. He will not go to prison.
Trump.
Yeah.
They're now saying that this trial won't take place till after his election.
Well, I mean, there's zero way he can go to prison.
They're just trying to stall.
Well, no, here's what they're planning on doing is they're going to start the trial for everybody but him. And then they're going to try to find them guilty without actually finding him guilty.
Yep.
And show that we got him.
Oh, we got him
He's
now.
guilty.
Yeah.
And I think that's how this all plays out.
Well, that's a good point because, like I said, they cannot put him in prison.
It's funny how all
There's
these
zero way because he is legally he's obligated to have Secret Service protection.
Well, they could put him in with a little Secret Service on.
So they'd have to.
We start all of these, what's the word?
Discussions.
People on stage. What am I trying to say? Debates.
Oh.
Debates.
So we start all these debates and all that. Then all of a sudden, COVID's trying to come back. Trump's arrested. All of this craziness starts happening. It's
COVID's back. COVID's in his room. I think
everybody tries to do all these little like psyops type things covertly to stop certain people from doing certain things.
So
no such thing as a fair election anymore.
No.
I must have missed this, but it's another Vivek story, and I think you guys will like it. GOP presidential hopeful Vivek Ramaswamy did not back down Sunday when questioned about comments he made during his campaign stop in Iowa Friday. Did you hear what he said Friday? We were a little bit out of the loop this weekend. We were kind of all together doing some fantasy football drafts and other things, but Representative Ayanna Pressley, who is considered part of the, is it the crew or whatever it's called?
The squad?
The squad. The Democrat out of Massachusetts, he said that she is part of the modern Ku Klux Klan, the modern KKK.
Who is?
Bro's Indian.
Ayanna Pressley.
Said that Ramaswamy is?
No, Ramaswamy said she was.
Whoa.
I thought she said Ramaswamy was. He's Indian.
You know what? I'm so tired of people being labeled as Klan and all that. It's just stupid. You know something else? Since I'm on a tangent, something else I hate.
I didn't know you was on that.
Oh, okay, I'm getting on one.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
It makes me think somebody's stupid. And Donald Trump's the world's worst, using nicknames for a politician.
Yeah.
Like T-Rump or
He is the worst.
Ron DeSanctimonious.
Yeah, to say that's stupid. You sound childish.
Did you hear what he said about Asa Hutchinson?
I don't know.
He said, no, I call him Ada. He said, to me, he's always be Ada Hutchinson. He didn't tell us why. He just said, that's Ada. He got no reason.
I mean, he could have called him poor governor, and I'd have went with that one
Poor
too.
governor.
How did
definitely.
he
That's
get
Asa.
on the stage and Larry Elder didn't?
Look, he was slick, but he's never been good with words. Well,
To Asa?
no.
Oh, Asa.
Trump says stupid stuff all the time.
I just feel like when you bring race into an argument, you're just getting lazy because you don't want to argue with the facts.
I think so.
A lot of times. I'm not saying every time. I'm going to say a lot of times because there are some times where
There are some times
race
where it's
will
fact.
be an issue, and it is. But a lot of times, I would say 90% of the time, which waters down every other argument about it.
So speaking of current news and race, so they had the shooting in, was it Jacksonville?
Did we miss that this weekend? Because I didn't hear about that till this
No, I
weekend.
haven't
hear about
heard
today.
about it at all.
That's the only heard about.
So a guy goes to General Dollar and shoots and kills 3 people.
General Dollar.
Yeah, the
it
GD.
appears it was racist.
Dollar
Yes.
General.
Dollar General, yeah, the DG.
Disrespect it.
Same thing.
GD's gangster cyber.
So,
That ain't Dollar General.
but so he put out a manifesto, and it's all it's like I'm not so sure we would have cut the mustard on what he wants from white people. Like he hate Irish, Jews, Catholics.
He probably hates fat people.
Fat people. But what struck me as odd was
we're in
we
trouble,
still have not seen the manifesto from Nashville.
Nope. I don't think you ever will.
This shooting happened 3 days ago, and they've already had his manifesto out and published.
Because
Because it's gender based.
It fits it. It fits it. It fits the
storyline.
agenda.
The agenda.
storyline.
Yeah.
So this is a guy who apparently bought his guns illegally.
I thought he built it legally.
Oh, you can't
I
do
saw
that.
illegally.
I'm pretty sure he bought it legally. Hold on, I'll look.
Yeah,
it up.
look it up. 'Cause I read illegally. You read legally. But they did say he has had multiple bouts of
I think
mental,
I saw
some
that.
kind of mental.
It was
issues.
racially motivated.
Oh, it's absolutely racially motivated.
I saw where I think he did buy them legally, and that's what people were saying. Well, we shouldn't have guns. Blah blah blah. I have tons of guns in my house that have never killed anyone.
Well, he also, I think, had some type of mental. They had
all of them.
reported him for mental problems. Or something.
So the whole red flag law. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm 100% against the red flag law, but the problem is it can be used. It can be weaponized.
It can be because your neighbor can just say, "Hey, this guy's acting goofy. He's
Ex-wife, ex-girlfriend.
he's mowing my yard right now.
No,
He's
like-
mowing my yard."
And something else to top it all off is if you went red flag laws, no transgender would be allowed to have a gun
Why?
because that's a mental issue.
Well, that could also
They have a
be
high
used-
suicide rate.
It could be used against a lot of cops and military people who've been diagnosed with PTSD.
That was the perfect lead in, Jamie, to my next topic.
Oh, what's your topic?
Good job.
Half
Jay.
of transgender inmates in Wisconsin have been convicted of sex crimes. Anybody surprised by that?
Just say that again.
Which half of them?
Half of transgender inmates, which means there's a lot of them apparently, that identify as the opposite sex in Wisconsin have been convicted of sex crimes.
It could only be two of them. One of them.
Al has
sex
said,
crime.
I'm a walking red flag law, said Al.
Yep. Me
We believe that.
too, Al. Me too.
Yeah, and they've got hours of video, or not video of Al, but audio tape to prove it. Hey, I think Fortenberry, there's 120 hours roughly now of Fortenberry on air.
Hey, but
and
my skeletons in my closet have skeletons in their closet.
Yes.
I got stacks of paperwork somewhere that would disqualify me.
so over half of the transgender women in Wisconsin prisons have been convicted.
Okay,
of
I'm
sex crimes.
confused when you say that. I know I should know it by now, but a transgender woman used to be a man.
Used to be a man and went to a
Was a
woman.
man, now a woman.
We gotta find it. Can we do it like the artist formerly known as Prince? Going to be like the man, the person formerly known as a man.
I
Or
mean,
how about the previously penis?
The PP.
So you heard that they want to call
we
women.
could call it the PP.
They want to call people born as women. They want to call them bonus hoes.
yes, bonus
Bonus
for actual women. Yes.
How much
It's
Now,
more
I agree. I've always considered a bonus hoe.
Jeez Louise.
My bonus hoe is something totally different.
Oh, Lucy's back.
I
Hey,
love
hey,
getting the
listen.
bonus. Everybody likes getting a bonus.
You guys are too much, man.
Gary, you have a bonus hole, Gary.
Donnie used to have a bonus hoe.
I
did.
Yeah. Did you? And he did have a bonus. Wow.
No joke.
When Jamie tickles himself, he'd laugh. That goes to
Look, I got.
I did have. I
I
did
turned into an
have.
eggplant.
I did have an extra.
I laugh at Jamie
I had an
laughing.
extra hole in my body at one point.
And then they connect them and just said, you know what? We'll just make this one big hole.
I guess technically I had an extra 2 holes in my body at one point. In and out.
So
and
the Wisconsin Department of Corrections was asked if they hold biological males in female prisons, the ones that define as the opposite. They refused to answer that question. So that means yes, they do. They keep the transgender women in women's prison, and over half of them have committed sex crimes. It's because they are not right in the.
Well, they're still trying to find out who themselves are, and they're thinking that maybe changing themselves is who they are.
Alyssa just walked in. She
That's
said,
the most circular comment ever.
It's
What did
it's
I
all
walk
circle.
into? I hope no one's bonus holes. Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's true now.
We might be talking about that song that's so popular on TikTok.
You know, Hoggo actually has a bonus hole.
He has one hole.
She said her bonus hole's brown.
So,
That's what that chick said.
oh yes.
Let me see. Was that a good lead in for anything?
I don't know.
Well, since
Oh, yeah,
we're
it
on
could
the
be.
topic.
Well, it could be. We're talking about bottoms.
It could
I
be.
got 2 of those. So speaking of bottoms,
Oh, fat bottom girls got banned. Is that what we're going to talk
well,
about?
they didn't really got banned, but I had to look it
whatever.
up. So before we came on air, Fortenberry pointed out that the great song by, was it Queen?
Queen.
Fat Bottom
Fat
Girls.
Bottom Girls. That's one of my favorite songs.
He had first told us that it had become banned, but as I look into it, it had been left off their greatest hits album. Now, I would guess most people would consider that one of Queen. If you think of
Yes.
20 songs, it's got to make it in the top.
That's
20.
if you're probably
Not
top
even 10.
5.
10.
of
Top
Queen.
10. Top 10.
I'm gonna say top 5.
I'll
Say
say top 5.
Yeah.
Maybe top 7.
We are the champion.
There's a bunch of good Queen
There's a
songs.
bunch of good
Bohemian
Bee,
Rhapsody.
Bohemian
which was
Rhapsody.
in my
Queen
childhood.
Bee's good.
You got
There's a
We
bunch
Will
of-
Rock You.
Bicycle.
That's not a great song.
They're
I've never
changing
liked
it now to unicycle.
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 That way it still sounds the same.
Transicle.
So Fat Bottom Girls. But let's get back to that. That is a very, very good song.
It's a great song.
It's a great song. I thought we lived in the era of Lizzo where you're supposed to not body shame.
Okay, look, we're not going to go into the words in this other song, but we're going to talk. So that song's not going to make it to the. But we're going to talk about it, but we ain't going to get into it. Y'all can go look it up because it's just absolutely vulgar, and it's actually available on YouTube, right? I guess
it's on TikTok all the time.
TikTok, and it's talking about my booty hole brown, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff I will not say.
That first part should tell you all about.
Hey, if you
go downhill after that.
Yeah,
so
that's
we can't have Baby It's Cold Outside.
If you own
Fat Bottom Girls cannot be on the Queen album, but my booty hole brown.
Yep.
I'll put it this way: this song makes WAP seem like a Christmas carol.
More like a nursery rhyme.
Yeah, WAP is like a nursery rhyme.
The Wiggles could play WAP compared to this song.
Look, what gets me, I don't know if y'all saw the video of the picture I sent.
Oh, I've seen the whole thing.
I watched the video.
No, the picture I sent. The one girl looks like the gremlin with makeup on.
From Gremlins 2. The
Gremlins.
Gremlins 2 where they're in the.
Go look it up on TikTok.
The sequins dress on.
Yes.
She goes, oh.
It's terrible. It's allowed to be there. I don't quite get it. I guess if you're of a certain demographic, you can say or do anything you want to.
Dang, we could play it and not even get banned.
No, I think we get banned.
I think you get banned.
I think we get in trouble in our own home.
They play it.
I'm not. I wouldn't play it.
Marty's like, don't play.
We've been in trouble for a lot less.
We got banned last week. Now they realize there's nothing wrong with it.
And they
it's
give
something
us
Jamie said, I'm sure.
It's okay,
our
Jamie.
first banding, I would have bet $1 million would have been due to Jamie, but it's due to me.
It was due to T.
Yeah,
But it wasn't terrible. It wasn't
terrible. All right, now I got a real story to talk to you about. And this one just blew my mind. It didn't, but then it did. There's a lot to this story. So in 2020, February 2020, so this would have been actually a week or two before we went to New Orleans and Jamie got lost in New Orleans. But February 28, 2020, two people in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
It was coming.
They opened a coffee shop called Mina's World. Not 2 weeks later to shut them down due to COVID reasons, and they were serving through the window. So Mina's World was meant to be, let me make sure I get this right. Let me make sure I get this right. It was meant to be run by transgender people. It was owned by transgender people. It was strictly a transgender shop.
I think I've heard of this.
Okay, but I ain't got a problem with that. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, coffee shop. Well, here's what happened though. So you know how they'll tell you if you're gonna transition, you're gonna be happy after you transition or whatever. Right? I about decided these people are just, and the same with all these extreme left people. They're so negative, and everything is so negative, and they're full of hate. And when they get what they want, they're still full. They're not happy. They just cannot be happy. I sound like Donald Trump.
hate.
They can't be happy. But anyway, so they basically turn on the owner. They turn them in for anti-blackness and a multitude of forms of occasions. Tokenization as a way to appear safe by association. Ableism in the form of inaccessibility. They basically make it where this place cannot be successful. In the end, they decide to start a GoFundMe to raise $200,000 and buy the shop away from these horrible people that built it, who happen to be
So they're going to give them $200,000?
Well, it gets worse. They raised, but the mother of the person who built it owned the building, and she said, "Oh hell no, we're not doing it." But they went on GoFundMe, raised $10,000, not enough to go to what they wanted. Took the $10,000, ran, never gave anybody the money back.
Of course, it was all a ploy just to make money.
Now they're just all unhappy somewhere else. But the point of this is, they used communist beliefs, communist ways to build this place. They thought that, hey, everybody's got a say because they were letting the employees decide how to run the business.
Was it also,
everybody's got a say on how things go. Everybody's contributing. Everybody's
Let me ask you this: does
owners.
everybody got money in it?
No,
that's the problem.
Well, I mean, if you got money in it,
paid.
you can decide.
Well,
Right?
they're getting Well, they set it up this way, and it was an absolute disaster. The woke ate themselves, and that's exactly what's happening now. I heard a story in
Jamie, that's a dream
Canada.
of yours, isn't it?
I can totally make.
That's a dream of Jamie's.
So
Not anymore, Chunk. Chunk, you can't do it anymore, Chunk.
Jamie said he identifies as woke.
And I think I've said this several times. And anybody listening or watching, have y'all read Animal Farm?
Yes.
That's one of my favorite
probably
books ever.
8, 9 years old.
Yeah. And that is when the left is left to their own devices. That is what Animal Farm is.
Sure.
because there's no standard.
Well, Animal Farm was basically written in code.
Well, that's pretty blatant.
well,
I mean,
Well, but it was written in
George
code
Orwell
for
wrote
the
it,
time.
right?
yeah,
right?
George Orwell wrote it, and
Then he did 1984.
yeah, you could say it was Orwellian.
Yeah, but he was very clear about what he was saying.
Yeah, so people in power will always want more power.
Yep.
And the only way, and the people at the bottom will always suffer. I mean, there's
absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Well, when you initially said Animal Farm, I was thinking Funny Farm. I initially went Chevy Chase.
I was talking about Animal House, written by George Orwell.
So here's a story out of Canada. This goes along these categories. Toronto principal, who was extreme. He considered himself woke. He was far left, but he was accused of racism and told he wasn't woke enough. Guy committed suicide.
Yeah,
because he couldn't live in a world that someone thought he was racist. Now,
I'm sorry.
Now, you make me laughing about. I hope you read something.
Terrible.
No.
Yeah, I can't.
Hey, Jamie,
usually I laugh when Jamie laughs.
I couldn't laugh at that one.
So this dude killed himself because other people thought he was racist?
Oh, he was laughing actually.
Yes. No, this dude.
I'm sorry.
No, this dude was like woke. And he committed suicide because someone simply accused him of not being woke enough, of being
Why
racist.
do people care what other people think?
No, because
Listen, we live in a society that has pictures of kids drowning in buckets. The survival of the fittest is long gone. That kind of stuff we need it. If you're that sensitive, that soft, I mean, you was gonna do is either gonna be this or something else.
No, okay, you know what? You probably got.
Well, maybe the fittest are the thick-skinned ones now. That just like don't care what people think.
I'm just gonna sit here and rock.
You got a point though, Jamie.
Yeah.
I mean,
you do.
This dude would have been this, or a chick looked at him wrong.
Could have blamed it on anything.
Or dude looked at him wrong.
Dude looked at him wrong. A dog looked at him wrong.
It all reflects back on mental health.
It does. But a lot of that reflects back to being soft.
Well, look, and it doesn't reflect. That's not like I'll rebuttal there because I have been
with your bonus hole. Or your
no, I've had problems.
Which buttle
and issues where
no, you're
they're not about being.
You're misconstruing what I'm saying. If you're taught that if you have no coping mechanism because everything's been given to you and everything's been
I'm talking strictly on suicide.
Well, no, I'm talking about this exact case right here, though. I mean, because if everything's been handed to you the first time something is tough, you do not know how to cope with it.
There was probably other things in the background that this fella was teetering on.
Yeah.
Now,
we know what the reason they said, though.
Now, do I think his reason is odd? If that's the reason, yes.
We raise kids with zero coping. They've never had to.
You can't even yell at a child hardly. You definitely can't spank a child.
We definitely raise kids with less coping. I'll agree 100%.
You're taking.
I took your comment different and I took it wrong.
Yeah, that's why I knew exactly.
I misunderstood what you said.
Yeah, no, there's people out there who are suffering and for a good reason, but it's not because of lack of coping. It's because we have a failed system for healthcare. But we also have a society that pats you on the back, wipes your little bottom off, and tells you you're perfect, go on your way.
Yeah.
And the first time anything goes against them, they crumble.
Crystal has a good question.
So the teacher,
she said how old is he?
So the teacher been teaching for 24 years. So I'm guessing he's about 50 years old.
Probably about 50. Wow.
Date in the article I read. But yeah,
wow.
But I mean, this tells you though that how extreme and how fragile is that extreme left, or is it just Canadians fragile? I don't know, but it tells you that how fragile that it is. So war breaks out. All these people on the left, you just tell them that you think they're racist, and they're going to take care of themselves.
Don't just drop pamphlets saying you're all racist
and have proof of it.
And have proof. Yeah.
You need proof of it.
Yeah, you just take their picture and show
all you gotta do is send them back their TikToks and their Instagrams and their text messages, and then it's done.
Look, I mean This is sad, but
it's anytime somebody does that, it's sad. But yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we're soft as a society.
All right, I'm gonna lighten up the mood just a little bit.
Yeah, this is sad.
So there's a former NSA employee who was sentenced to over 5 years in federal prison. Is this the right story, Jamie?
Yep.
For willful retention of classified national defense information. But when they went to evaluate this person's computer, they had hacked into individuals' accounts under the premise of checking to see if they're a security breach. They found over 16,000 photographs of penises.
Wow.
You want to know the best part? Tell them her name.
What was the best part?
I don't have it here.
Her name was Hillary Wang. Like, I had to go double check this to make sure it wasn't.
Wang.
That is great.
Oh, Hillary Wang has 16,000.
It's probably Wong, but that's just as good.
That's just awesome.
No way.
It was A.
It's a Wang.
Yeah.
Now were all these pictures of the legal age or?
I don't know, but she took them off NSA. We used the NSA.
Well, why was
system.
NSA got all these
Hey,
pictures?
Al
Sending them on
Al
that
said-
you were-
I don't send nothing
Hey,
to
is the
NSA.
plural of penis peni?
Penises.
It's penises. I like
Now, unless you're Mike Tyson, is penis.
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 He
Some
said,
old penis.
she said, draw me a bath. He drew a fish. That's one of my favorite memes ever.
So the employee was with him for 16 years. Alyssa asked how long did it take him to find this. Let's see.
So she got 1,000 peckers every year.
Peni.
1,000 a year.
1,000 a year.
She had many peni.
Now this other story is claiming 16 million pictures, but there's no.
There's no way.
No, it is
16 million?
No, we were wrong.
That's
It
a
is
lot of
16
penises.
million pics.
Wow.
No.
That changes the
No,
whole
it
thing.
is 16 million.
She got a problem.
That's a million.
How many is that a day?
All right,
Whole
go.
bunch.
All right.
How do you?
All right, if your kids are listening, because I can't
Still
help it now.
back.
Jamie got me down this.
Hold on, one person
I don't
got
even
all
know.
these?
Yeah, but check this out.
Holy
So
cow.
a coworker claimed.
What do they call it? When you got a warning,
Hold on.
trigger warning.
Here we go. Trigger one.
Hide your kids.
Look, we're going to get kicked by this one. Okay, so
Okay.
she's obsessed with BBC and the small size of her Chinese boyfriend. For those of y'all, look up BBC. Jamie knows what that
BBC,
stands
British Broadcasting.
for. Oh, no.
That's the BBC.
I know what BBC
That's
Yeah, I know
exactly
what
the
you're talking
British
about.
I
Broadcasting
think
Channel.
it means big colored something.
Guys,
Okay, check this out.
with all these pictures,
Hold on.
do you think she was just trying to fill a void?
Hold on. Another
Apparently,
coworker.
it took a lot
It's a
of them
big
to fill the
void.
void.
Hold on. Another coworker says she's a good person, but it's impossible to have a 5-minute conversation without her wanting to show you a picture of some BBC on her cell phone.
Well, all right then.
That's a sweet story. It's a love story.
There you go. Hey, at least she knows. At least she knows what she's into.
It says experts believe Wang used a custom algorithm to target users' pics and automatically download them to her home server.
So 16 million, that's got a chance that
Check
could
it.
be one of ours.
The employee had been on sick
I ain't
leave.
gonna be on BBC. I promise you.
I'm. Well,
Is there a LWC?
yeah.
That's like a Little League World Series. It's me sitting there.
I was going to say me and Jamie were the ones she was disappointed in.
They're like, why she got Little League World Champion to be me sitting
They're
there?
like, hey, I got these 2 outliers here.
She was like, "What's my husband's penis doing here?"
So Hillary Wang had been on sick leave for the past 2 months after battling severe depression, mental health issues.
Yeah, like you know how on a Family Guy will show Peter with no clothes on. That's what I look like.
I want to know. I want to know the ratio of circumcised to uncircumcised.
Well, here's the
In a
worst
room?
part.
Or you just in the room?
Yeah, I do. Kinda now. Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know.
Hey, you can sort through all 116 or 16 million. Legal experts believe Wang could face 166 years in jail if found guilty of theft of government property. So the government owned these 16 million.
Where'd they get these?
You're going
The
to
government owned them.
So that's 1% of the picture she had.
How did they own them? Heck, yes, 1% of the pictures.
Yeah, it's 1%.
Maybe.
God, how did we come back from that one? That was
The in the room comment was funny. Yeah. And I can't lie, I'm slightly curious now.
Militia asked, was she married to Peter Wang?
Sadly, I know of her.
Hey, Al, she was married to Richard. Oh, Richard Wang.
Richard Wang.
Oh, that's good.
That would be pretty good.
Dude, if your last name was Wang, you could say slanging that Wang.
I'd get messed up, say wanging that slang or something.
All right, I'm going to try to reel y'all back in for a minute. Recreational weed industry verges on collapse due to steep taxes, plunging prices, glut in a competition, and a thriving illicit pot market.
Alyssa.
Can we say, duh?
Yeah, I mean, look,
All right, if you
legalize
can-
it
if
if
you
we don't
can-
want it.
All right, so you got a permit, but you can buy your weed anywhere, right? How are they going to prove where your weed come from? So you go get your first prescription, then you start buying it for $10 instead of $50.
So there are people that
How you get it for 10
keep
for?
their bottle.
So they're going back
Tell
to
me your
the
man.
streets.
Tell me your man.
Tell me your mind.
T, are you saying they're going back to the streets?
They going back to the
man.
streets. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Because
Because that's still
Alyssa.
taxable. It's not
now you can get.
Alyssa said they have access to every keystroke, and I'm not sure if that's a really good joke or not. I'm not sure if that's a joke.
You know what? Give Alyssa the dad joke
That
sound.
could be a good joke. No, that's not the dad joke.
No. Yeah.
No, that ain't it.
There you go. There you go.
That's for you, Alyssa.
There you go. Good one.
Yeah, I hadn't used them in a while.
So, what were we talking about again?
Fat
Weed.
bottom girls. No.
No.
Weed, yeah. You know, like, so now you can get on the open market pretty much what you can get at the stores.
Yeah.
I mean, for
a cheaper price.
Yeah, cheaper price.
They upped their game in the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they had to. That competition. That's essentially capitalism.
Yeah, you know.
Capitalism.
It is.
That's exactly right. Because now people with a card gets pulled over with illegal weed. If they got the same container, how are they going to prove where it comes from?
How long ago was it when I worked in narcotics? It's been
Like 4 years ago, I think.
4 or 5 years. So
longer.
before, right as weed dispensaries were coming to our area, and you still had people with stuff in prescription bottles from other places. You can't do
I
it.
mean, how long ago was it I was taking narcotics? Son?
No one cared.
Yesterday?
7 minutes ago.
A while ago.
No, but I mean, it's changed. I mean, in another 4 years, there's no telling where we'll be at another 4 years.
Okay, CDC stops accepting injury reports for COVID-19 vaccines. But hold on, before you respond to that, Joe, the Biden camp is now requesting more support for another round of vaccines for Americans. So these two things combined, what do you think?
It's all like when you said these two things combined, my mind went straight to Captain Planet.
That's where I was going with you.
All your powers combined. I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
I was there too.
Yeah, we go. I missed over that. I was reading.
Quit reading. CDC stops accepting injury reports for COVID-19 vaccines, but at the same time, the Biden administration has recommended a whole nother round of vaccines for Americans, and they'll pay for it.
I'm confused. So they're an injury from
For the vaccine,
Portal shows that vaccine rollout to September 2022, over 3.3 million people reported adverse health impacts.
It's an adverse.
So there's
health
that website you can go to for CDC
Yes.
of any medicine or whatsoever. Well, they've shut that down for COVID. They'll no longer take it for COVID-19 vaccines.
They weren't doing it for a while either.
And Joe Biden administration has now come out with recommendation and will to support for a whole nother round of COVID vaccines for Americans. Look, I got 3, and I am.
you got 3 shots. Really, I didn't know that.
And 2 of them was worse than any of the 3 times I had COVID.
Well, you know what? I'm a 0 shot guy, and I had COVID once.
I've had COVID twice.
I had it twice.
I had
I think you got it
2 at a
now.
pokes.
I think I got it now.
I had 2 at a pokes. I had no choice basically if I wanted to work. But, I never got sick at all. So
With the pokes and I never got them, but I had
Yeah, like when
I had COVID twice that I know of.
When I had COVID, the only thing that bothered me was my liver hurt because I said I did nothing but drink.
So look, this is a true story.
That's true.
The first time I got COVID, I did not feel bad at all. But I went to I stayed in my son's room because it's on the opposite side of the house. They could sleep on the others. So at night, I would sneak out, go around through my backyard, open the garage, get beer, and bring it back in. I had a mini fridge that I put in there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Man,
so
look.
I understand the liver thing completely.
Look, I'll never forget T and Ginger dropped us off some
did.
goodies. Dropped
Love
me off-
honey.
Yeah, dropped me off a 12-pack of Love Honey.
Dude, I played PlayStation and stayed like sloth.
Dude, I had a cooler in the living room.
Shock jock star Alex Cooper dropped. Now, Alex Cooper was always like out there, right? When we were kids, anyway. He was
Alice or Alex?
Alice.
Okay.
Alice.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Alice Cooper.
Alice
Yeah.
Cooper.
Alice. Alex Cooper.
The rock singer.
Yes, he
singer.
was dropped from makeup collaboration after comments he made on transgenderism because Cooper said it was a fad and confusing to children and teenagers.
Okay, well, now, I'm not going to, fat or not, it is confusing to children and teenagers.
But
That right there is 100% right.
And so along those same lines, did y'all know that there was a Amazon Prime version of League of Their Own that was woke based on transgender athletes?
No.
Or
My wife would be devastated. That's her favorite
well,
sports
it got
movie.
canceled, so she don't have to worry.
Okay.
Oh,
I
they're gonna do a
I
league.
like a League of Their Own.
Dude, League of Their Own is one of the best baseball movies
great.
ever.
Yes.
That and Sandlot.
Sandlot.
That's it.
You know
Fine,
what,
but
though?
There's no crying in baseball. That's like that's probably the top
Yep.
baseball.
Go woke or go broke. Disney's struggling. They went.
Dude,
woke
they're
as can
bad.
be.
They're in bad shape.
Target's struggling.
Tarzan.
Anheuser-Busch is struggling. Yeah,
Did
Snow
you see
White
that?
didn't even get made.
Did you see the Anheuser family wants to buy it back?
I did.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, they
That's the-
sold it?
Oh,
Yeah, they haven't been.
if they bought it back, they'd save it.
I didn't realize that.
They own it. They own it internationally. They don't own it in America.
But they could buy it back and then come back and say, "Hey, we don't like the way this was ran.
That's
we
the only
bought
way
it
you
back."
save the brand.
That's how you save the brand, right there.
Freaking America.
Now
Let's go.
we said this several times. One of the problems that Bud Light has is it's a terrible product,
It's not.
and
yes.
people quit drinking
better
it.
than
They're like,
Budweiser.
"This
Hey,
sucks."
They hire us and Black Flag Militia, and we beer taste for them.
Let's go ahead and get the Duck Dog Mafia.
Get
in there.
Alyssa too.
Get Alyssa.
Yeah, let's get Alyssa.
Yeah.
She's one of our. And Alyssa, you and now maybe our biggest fans. We'll introduce y'all.
Hey, Crystal's here a couple times
yeah,
too. We'll take her. Y'all can all
Oh,
be beer
there's
tasters
Caesar.
with her.
Hey, Caesar.
What's up, Caesar?
Speaking of bigger
And
fans,
he said, "Oh yes,
Disney's
Disney
struggling,
is
yes.
struggling."
oh, he's in their
He's
area.
in Orlando.
He's
Yeah.
right.
Hey, Caesar.
He's right in the thick of it there, huh?
All right, let's see. Is there anything else I got?
You know the whole go woke, go broke. Like, why don't we just got to shove everything down everybody's throat, man?
This is a great story. So Gavin Newsom.
Dadgum, that's
what she said.
the second you looked at me,
Oh, I was waiting. I knew you was going to say it.
you looked at me.
All right,
Gana said it once.
this will be our last story live, then we'll go live for a post show. Biden advisors are pissed off because I hadn't heard about this, but Gavin Newsom plans to debate DeSantis. And they're now thinking he's running a shadow 2024 campaign. Okay, Joe Biden, look at the camera right now. Gavin Newsom wants your job, okay, and he's probably going to get it. He's probably going to get it.
If the Democrats were smart, they would pull Gavin Newsom.
If they're smart, they're going to pull Joe Biden.
Well, I'm talking put him in there.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Oh, you mean put him in there. They pull Joe Biden.
I think though, I think that they feel they could run by one more term and
Trying
get
to
him
ride
in,
it out.
and then they can turn in, bring Gavin Newsom in and do
As
another
a vice president. They'd be better off
no,
No, they cannot get rid of. They will not be able to put him as vice president.
When's the
Vice
last
president.
time you
They have to
saw our vice president? Speaking of vice president, talk about anything.
The media will not allow her
No.
to.
Like I thought she was going to be the figurehead
No,
of this thing,
no.
and she ended up being just.
I have a theory. I think Biden really picked her. He really did. And he knew by picking her that it would make sure they would not try to railroad him out.
Yep.
I believe that. Okay.
No doubt.
All right. So, man, that was like 38 minutes we've been on live. Well, y'all got time for the post game show?
Yeah, I do a little post
post-game
live.
action.
Do a couple minutes.
Look, here we go. We're going to play us out, but we're going to play us out. Let's start. Whoever pops up. Marty.
Marty.
All right, we're finna go live. See y'all later. Thanks for watching. That's all, folks. All that stuff.
Oh, me.
Change me, change.
I'm doing the Chucky the Shuffle Shuffle.
D-Dub.
Walk me,
I guess. Hey, we'll see y'all on the
the
come hang out with us.
riverside.
I should have done Gary's thing.
Gary.
Like us, love us, but don't leave us.
While my mother cried.
Gary.
Yo, it's lifefrompatio.com. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts, YouTube, TikTok. Love every one of you. And
I'm
we'll see
living
you
in the
again real
clouds
soon. Check us
Love
out on
y'all.
the
Keep
after show
watching.
here in about 5 minutes.
Somebody done saved this.
Outlaw.
Raise